Hello, and welcome to Nexstara's video series on the Salesforce Developer Workbooks. In this track, we'll be walking you through the Visualforce workbook. This video covers Tutorial 5, using standard user interface components. In the last tutorial, we demonstrated how to access Salesforce data using standard controllers. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to leverage standard user interface components to display that data in useful ways. For this tutorial, we're going to start with our account display Visualforce page from last time. Since this page requires a reference to an account, I'm going to go ahead and reference our Burlington Textiles Corp of America account from last time. So that ID is there. And now the first thing I'm going to demonstrate is I'm going to demonstrate the Apex detail element. So if we go ahead, add that, go ahead and save it. This component displays the standard view page for the given record object type, in this case an account. We can go ahead and change this by adding various arguments to it. So I'm going to disable the related list. Set related list to false. And now if I go ahead and save this, we can see what's different. And now you'll notice that the links to the related objects up here is gone. So we're going to go ahead and put that back. There you go. You can also use these components to display related objects. For example, we wanted to show a related list. And let's just say we want a list of all the related cases for this given account. Let's go ahead and save that, see what that looks like. Now, given we're referencing that Burlington Textiles Corporation account, it's going to show us all the related cases for that account. That's what this interface component does. Now, these detail and related list components seem very simple, and they are, but they're doing a ton of work for you behind the scenes and really give you the ability to manipulate data and display it in very useful ways without doing a lot of work yourself. Now, if you want to customize your Visualforce page a little more and select which record fields you'd like to display, you can use the Apex output field component like this. So what we're going to do before we do that is we're going to create a page block. I'll wrap this in a page block so that it will format it nicely for us. So we've got our page block and our page block section, and now we're going to let's pick a field. We'll say this output field, let's use the account name for starters. Then let's add let's add the owner name as well. Okay. Well, the owner name, again, is not actually a field in the account. It's a field in the related object, which is the owner. That's actually a user within Salesforce. Okay, so we've got those in there. Let's go ahead and save that. And now we've created our custom output. So we've got our page block and our page block section here. And now we've selectively included the account name and the owner name to display on the page. This should give you an idea of how you can create your own completely custom Visualforce pages using the standard user interface components. So up until now, we've only displayed individual fields and complete records, but sometimes you're going to need to display sets of fields across multiple records. For example, if you want to get lists of contacts associated with a given account. So that's exactly what we're going to do in this next example. And it may seem complex at first, but don't worry, once you get used to it, it'll become second nature. And don't forget, if you ever forget or need to look something up, the component reference in the page editor should be the first place you look. So the first thing we're going to do is clear out this content we have here and start with a new page block. I'm going to call this My Account Contacts. Now we're going to use a new element. The page block table. And we're going to set some of the values to this. We're going to set value count dot contacts. So we're going to populate the value of this page block table with all the contacts of the current account. And then we're going to set var item. Now let's go ahead and save that. Now before we'll see anything, we need to do a few more steps. You can think of this part as laying the groundwork. We've created a page block table and we've tied it to the contacts associated with the account. Now we need to actually create a column in the table so that we can populate some data into it. Say apex column. We're going to set the value to the column as item.name. Now we'll go ahead and save that. Oops. Oh, excuse me, forgot to close that. Now we'll go ahead and save it. Now this example only shows a single field for this table, but you could add any number of account contact fields and add additional columns for each. And all those can be found under Setup, Customize, and in this case, since we're working with contacts, you can look at contacts and fields. And now all of these could be available references for that page block table. Now that's it for our tutorial on using standard user interface components. In our next video, we'll cover tutorial 6, overriding and pointing to pages. Thank you for joining us. For more great content, click to follow us on Google+.